sort of okay show about horses with Buck and Kyle. We're over here at Buck's farm in sunny, very brown Florida at the moment because we had our first frost of the year and we haven't had rain in about, I don't know, 10 days. So anyways, we hope you guys are going to enjoy this episode. We're going to cover a couple of things with, I think we're going to do a little work with Kathleen on Reggie getting ready for Rolex next year to do the test ride, and a preview of the Jockey Club entry list at the end of all this.
Should be a great show, and looks like Kyle's ready for the cold weather with his beard here. I thought he maybe just come out of the woods. So anyway, I think he should probably go back to the woods. But anyway,
he's just jealous. He's just jealous. Got more hair on my face than he's got on his head.
Thankfully, you guys don't have to look at an ugly face anymore. It's already covered up. So anyway, we have a great show, and we'll see how we get on.
All right. All right, so we're here with Kathleen Murray, who's going to be getting her horse ready for Rolex for the test ride this coming year. And it's a horse she knows very well. She's ridden him all over the world. But this will be the first time you've competed him?
Yep, it is.
So this is going to be Ballyno Castle's premium ride at dressage for the first time at Rolex because he's actually going to have a real rider on him as opposed to Buck. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your sort of plans for the spring and your relationship with the horse, because obviously it's been pretty standard.
I guess my relationship, I've been here the whole time since he got here. So, it's been forever. We've been all over the world and everything like
And
that.
how old was he when he came in? 6.
Yeah.
And had he competed before he came over
A
here?
little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
In Ireland.
Yeah. And so you went to Hong Kong with him for the 2-star there, right?
Yep, the test event.
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
And that was the first big trip, was it?
Yeah, he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
So we went over actually to the UK because he was on, we went to Hong Kong first, and then the next year we went to do the whole training camp and everything in the UK and stayed over there for about 5 months, I think I was over there with him.
Wow.
So I rode him a lot then because Buck flew back and forth.
Yeah. So you guys have got a great relationship. You know him really well. And is this going to be pretty exciting for you?
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, I'm
A little
excited
scared.
about watching it.
I mean, it's going to be a little scary, but it'll be exciting.
Yeah, and you've competed outside on other horses and everything.
Right, yeah, I competed like to the 1-star level on my horse, and then other horses as well.
Right.
So, but never Reggie, so hopefully he'll take care of me.
I think you will. I think it's going to be really awesome. So we should probably go get him. I understand as now a professional rider, because that's what you're going to be through the next little bit on this horse. You've got yourself a groom, and we're going to try and get the horse ready, and we'll go out and ride him a little bit and do a little bit on that. So why don't we go and see how things are going with the groom? Because I understand you have to do a little bit of training as a professional rider. You do often have to make a little bit of. Oh my God! Is this what you're bringing as a professional groom?
What's going on in here?
I was just getting tack cleaned.
Oh,
Tack clean. You
perfect.
usually take the sponge out of the bag to clean tack.
Also, the saddles are not allowed to be on the ground like that. They always need to be on the saddle stand.
And shouldn't the horse be actually tacked up by now?
Yeah, I told you that. It was going to be here 15 minutes ago.
Sorry. I'm there. What do you want to do with him today?
I guess you're jumping. I don't know.
I thought we were doing
Oh,
dressage.
perfect, dressage. Okay.
I thought I had told your groom earlier to get him ready for dressage. Do you even know what a dressage saddle is?
Yeah. One of these right here.
Oh
Somewhere.
my God!
Yeah,
You know
this
what?
one,
We're
this
gonna have
one
to.
right, this
we're
one
gonna
right
have
here looks good.
That one looks good. That's
Yeah.
excellent. Yeah.
Oh, geez, you're stepping on the girth.
I have a
I just-
feeling that some of them need to
You
go
know, that
along
costs a lot of
behind
money,
you.
those girths. You can't just, pick them up anywhere.
Exactly. And there's a standard usually to the professional riders to actually, the people look up to them. Yeah. And they're going to have to look right. Oh my gosh. You know what?
I'm
I
sorry.
think we're going to do a cut now, and we'll go get the horse ready with someone that really knows what they're doing, or maybe educate Stable Boy here to a better standard. All right. Hey, we just made it out to the cross-country field at Buck's place with Kathleen and Reggie because Buck put the wrong saddle on. He didn't know what a dressage saddle looked like. And if you've seen Buck ride dressage, you'd understand he probably never actually sits in one anyways. Isn't that right?
Well, I don't ever sit in one with this horse because he's already got it so perfect. Look at it. You ever had a horse that went in a frame like this?
Yeah.
I mean,
most of the time.
Obviously, he was beautifully trained for a long time, but look at it. Look at this perfect horse. And he definitely goes better for Kathleen. We all know that. I could never get that done. So, anyway, but she's going to tell us her plan and how she's going to get ready to make us look silly at Kentucky.
Well, first off, are you like that test ride is a big deal because the judges, not to make you nervous or anything,
Exactly.
but like
It's
the
really
judges
important.
they usually send in pre-St. George dressage horses and like
Whoa,
pure.
whoa, back off here.
No,
This
for
thing's
the
Grand Prix anyway. We're not worried about pre-St. George. I mean, come on.
but
God.
they do. They send in very good horses at that, so the judges can
The
align their
best
marks.
of all time.
I
mean,
shut
keep
up.
going. You know, like what else? We got that
So,
beat too.
having said that, when you go, like you've got to be very much preparing for a very good result there because it matters. It's not just like, oh, I got to ride there, but you're going to actually have to, have the performance that the judges will be able to mark. So does that make you nervous? Now it does.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
I mean, yeah, I'm nervous for sure, but I think we're going to go in and try to beat Buck's score, so it'll all be good.
Exactly.
I just have a lot of training to do. I have to retrain him a little bit this whole winter.
And all those things that she would get mad at me about, like, I just hope that she makes sure she doesn't make the same
Yeah,
mistakes.
because then I'll be in real
like,
trouble.
payback's a bitch, I think, But it's a kind of a fun journey, and obviously you can tell that the two have a relationship like no other. And so we're gonna spend a little bit of time chronicling Kathleen's journey here to Kentucky. And right now, obviously Reggie's furry and doesn't have any shoes on. He's got the boots that were perfectly put on. I mean, beautifully put on. And so, what are your biggest what's your most exciting part, and what are your biggest concerns about it?
Well, I'm the most nervous about remembering the test, actually, and making sure I do all that. I mean, I'm super excited to ride him all winter, and I don't know. I'm nervous about remembering the test.
And who's going to be helping you with this? Like, who's going to be helping you with your dressage practice? And
You are, aren't you?
yeah. Now roles are reversed. Like the whole time, she's always
And
told
if
me
something's
what I'm
wrong,
supposed to
it's
do.
going to be his fault.
Exactly. Just
So-
like it was always her fault.
Exactly.
And so we know that it's not going to be this one's fault. And hopefully I'll get my clippers back here eventually and give them a bit of a shave.
Are you gonna clip him too?
Yep.
You gonna be the
I'm
full-on
definitely not going to
groom?
call you because apparently you don't know how to clip anymore,
This is a national. Just because you don't know about the No Shave November, this is for prostate cancer awareness. So there you go.
Yes.
I did it for a cause.
That's very, very noble of you. And but we're very excited to show everybody this journey that is going to kind of come to an end in Kentucky. And but luckily, we're going to have a great time with Reggie doing this winter, but also in years to come, he's not going to be a horse that just sits around in the field. But it's a great thing for Kathleen. It's a great thing for me, and actually for Kyle to be part of something successful. It's something different. So we're really excited. Aren't you excited to be on this journey?
I'm very excited. I'm so excited to have you along beside me
Exactly.
during
Just
this.
pull you on our coattails. It's no problem.
The one other thing with this I think is neat, as I always say to people when talk about their horse and how how it's great, how it does this and it does that. But I always say that the reality is when you're done with the horse and you're done competing and you can look back and you look at actually your accumulation of results, and to be able to watch this last little bit and know when you look back what's been accomplished with him and what he's done. And I think it's really neat to be in this last segment also to be able to reflect on, every time we should probably do a little reflection on some stupid thing that you did with them, because God knows there was enough of them. And I'll be here to keep bringing you back to level, So anyways,
I have Kathleen for that. Don't
Yeah.
worry about that.
so we're gonna go on and talk a little bit about the Jockey Club, and Kathleen's gonna unfortunately have to do a little bit of dressage in a jump saddle while we're wrapping this up. All right, so we've got Kathleen schooling the dressage in the background. I think the horse looks much better than it ever looked while Buck rode it, and I think all of you will agree with that, other than the fluffiness of it. And we're getting ready. This is the Monday before Jockey Club, so this is a sort of final big event for us in the States here. It's a new event, new venue, 3-star, 2-star CCI, 3-star CIC, and 1-star CCI. I was over at the site when they just had broken ground, hadn't put any of the jumps on the cross country yet, and I have to say, my feeling was it was absolutely the best raw piece of land I've ever seen for an event site. It was hilly, the footing was great.
I think it's a unique venue in that a lot of the events now that we have are, where everybody can see everything is in an arena, sort of a derby feel. This has a clubhouse in the middle of the facility that is up on a hill that has big glass windows all the way around. So you can sit in, you can watch the dressage, the show jumping, and you can see probably 2/3 or 70% of the cross country course just from your seat at the table. And so that's a really cool thing, and but it is as I understand, the distances are going to be about maximum, which is unique, and great. So that means there won't be so many jumps per meter, and I think that will be
Beautiful.
make it much nicer for the horses, much nicer for the riders, and I think you'll get a much better picture. Mikey S is one of the best designers in the world, so he's doing the 3-star, so that should be fantastic. From what I understand, the courses are quite big, but the rolling hills, the beautiful oak trees, the venue is spectacular. We're going to be doing dressage on grass, but it's an arena that they've actually purposely made a grass arena, but it won't be just like a grass field. So lots of exciting stuff there. There's going to be, I know there's like, beer and wine. There's all kinds of vendors for food. It should be a great time. It's all going to be live streamed, so everybody will be able to watch, from the comforts of their home. But I think it'll be a great thing to come out to. And every major sport has big days during the holidays, because people are kind of looking for things to do. So I think they'll get a big crowd, and I'm very excited with the 4 rides I have. And for me, it's kind of cool. There are 3 of them. I have 1 and a 1, 1 and a 2, and 1 and a 3 that are homebred. So my dad. So that's kind of fun, and it should be a great weekend.
I think it's going to be really cool as well. If obviously we're going to go. I'm not riding anything there. I've just got about 5 students in the 1-star, but I'm really excited about actually going over and taking the kids over there, because when you walk the cross country course area, it's like walking through a park. I mean, the huge oak trees, sinkholes with water in them. I mean, it's just the most beautiful piece of property. And so I think they're going to find it a little bit magical. My kids are going to really enjoy being out in that. And I'm very big on, I really like being out in nature. And I think that when I'm there,
Apparently, it looks like you live in nature anyway.
when you're out on that piece of ground, it just feels, it feels nice, it feels right. And
it's been prepared all year. Like, they've been mowing it, watering it, so there's a strip that you can tell there's been, because Florida, we haven't had a lot of rain. Obviously the southeast of America hasn't had a lot of rain, and it's really cool. They have sort of a green ribbon through the park, so to speak, where they've really taken care of the ground and putting the horses first, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and I like being on the grass. I was hoping to ride there, but the grass dressage and the grass show jumping, I think, is a great. I think down here especially, it is a fantastic way to run your ranks, as long as you water them well. I think it's a much better footing for horses, and it's good to have that variety. And so that's great. That's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do a couple of shows over there, just talk about the entries and whatnot, and then the WEG being picked to go to Tryon. I think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna absolutely push that facility into the forefront in our sport. I think it needed to have actually that much cause to do it.
And I think it's great for America, because I think when Kentucky had it a few years ago, I think they sort of maybe didn't get the pricing right, and they didn't get it all as well organized. And I think having a do-over will be great for America, and hopefully that will keep coming back to America. I think Lexington is a great place to do it. Obviously Tryon's going to be amazing, but I think there's some things that were learned from the mistakes at Lexington that hopefully won't happen at Tryon. And it's an unbelievable facility, and it's a place that you could see World Championships coming to for many years.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that it's going to make it so that all the separate sports that they hold there, where they end up with World Cup qualifiers and jumping or whatever, it is just going to create a long-term facility that keeps giving back to our sport. And I mean, I think it's great to come back and have it back in North America again for the reasons that you just stated, and also because I think that then it's close enough in time that hopefully we can draw back in a lot of the crowds that went to the first one, and create more support. And it's obviously easier for, for our countries to prepare for it. I think you end up getting a lot more chance to pick and choose, because you're not going and now having to send the 4 that you're going to go with. You can actually say, you know what, we've got 10 on the list. They're going to be sitting there, and we'll be drawing in our best at the time. So I'm excited about it, and I think I've got 2 that might be in contention for it, hopefully. And I like the idea of always building towards something like that.
I think you guys have to, one of the things Canada and America are going through is trying to figure out the coaching situation, and I think that's kind of something that is certainly Clayton's not doing it anymore, and America's going through a review process as far as whether David's the right person for the job or not, and so it'll be interesting in 2 years' time to see where everybody is. But the one good thing for all the countries, a lot of countries are going through change right now. Germany's going through change, England's going through change, New Zealand's going through change, Canada's going through change, America's going through change, everybody's going through change. So the good thing is that there's no championship this year, so everybody has time to get ready. And hopefully the World Championships will be be just that, and produce the world champion, not the best dressage horse or the best, but the world champion event horse and rider. It's very exciting, and hopefully we'll have some horses ready for that.
All right, well, thanks for joining in, and we'll see you later this week.
See you guys.